everyone! Welcome to Coffee Talk Tuesday, live edition. We do one of these every, it'll be 3 weeks, 2 on, 1 off. Hello, I'm going to give everyone a minute. Happy snowy Tuesday. Hello, hello. Yeah, I'm not a huge snow bunny. Digging myself out this morning wasn't great, but I hope you all enjoy the snow. Go have a snow fight, play outside, do something. I hope you all have your coffee ready. Today we are actually going to talk about the massive shift that Facebook is doing. They released it a few weeks ago, but we wanted to give it some time so everyone could really kind of get their bearings on what's going on, so we could figure out what's going on. Once again, dual living on Facebook and Instagram. So guys, if I look like I'm very jittery, it's not because I've had too much coffee, because I don't believe in that. All right, just gonna give it a few more minutes for some friends to join. Come on in. Everyone's delayed, shoveling themselves out. And I'm going to remind you guys at the end, but we are going to host a massive discussion about the new changes in Facebook and how you can combat them in our private group. So make sure you head on Facebook. Hey Chamber, Riverhead Chamber, hello. Make sure you head on our private Facebook group at Town Crier Social Media Marketing Group. And, go ahead and submit I think there's 3 questions you have to answer. Submit those questions and you can be a part of our group. Hi, Andrea Toronto. Thanks for joining. So yeah, you can submit your questions. You'll be, privy to the information we talk about. You'll see how everyone else is handling the massive change. All right, so let's hop to it. So for those of you who don't know, Facebook has just announced that they are making a massive algorithm change. Algorithm changes on Facebook are not new to us. They like to change them every few months, almost feels like every few weeks once you get a handle on it. They sweep the rug out. So, big changes are coming. Your newsfeed is going to change dramatically. So what's going to happen is you're going to see a lot more of posts from your friends, from your family, people you frequently engage with. So that would be liking, commenting, tagging, people that your inner circle engages with. You'll start to see more posts from that and less posts from businesses, pages, celebrities, and so on. So for those of you out there looking to market your business on social media, things are going to get difficult. It's not going to be easy. Bright side, before I give you all the bad news, there is some good news. The algorithm for your newsfeed and the algorithm for the Facebook ads are actually 2 different. So if you are somebody who has been following what we've been saying and you know that you have to pay to play, your ads will be fine. They won't be affected at all. So no worries there. And if you don't pay to play and you have been super hesitant on it, I highly suggest that you take a look at 2018's budget again and definitely try to squeeze in some dollars for Facebook ads, because it's really going to be very difficult to get organic reach. So for those of you who are anti-Facebook ads, here's some clues. We're going to go over some clues for how you can combat these big changes. But first, I kind of want to give you guys a full-blown understanding of why this is happening. So lately, there's been a few researches that came out that said surfing social media is actually making people depressed and is, upsetting them more or less. So apparently your mental health is getting damaged by just casually, passively surfing the interwebs. So what Facebook decided to do is they decided to take that information and they were like, okay, we're going to totally revamp and we're going to become more engaging. So what they are doing now with this new algorithm is they're forcing people to create engaging comments, engaging creative. So this way people are no longer passively searching through social media sites. They're not just scrolling through and hitting, maybe reading an article, they're actually engaging with people. So Facebook actually came out and said, yes, we understand this is going to be detrimental to the amount of time that people spend on Facebook. So they are acknowledging that people who are no longer going to be idly, casually scrolling through their news feeds, that they're not going to spend so much time on Facebook. They said, we understand this. But what we want to do is kind of take that information that we've been given by these universities that did the studies, and we want to make it a happier place again. So although they'll be spending less time on Facebook, you'll be spending quality time. So that's kind of their idea behind this whole massive shift. So what they're going to do is they are going to give you, they do give you the option to have your current fans prioritize your page. So if you haven't done it, get on that ASAP. So there's a place in the settings that they can choose to see you first. Hey Rashad, how's it going? R2RK, Real to Real, check them out. So there is a way that you can have your current fans prioritize your Facebook page. And another reason why you should join the group is we're going to give step-by-step instructions in our private Facebook group, Town Crier Social Media Marketing Group. We'll give step-by-step instructions on how exactly to get your fans to do that. So don't forget to check that out. So first thing you want to do is make sure that you're putting it out there. Hey guys, Facebook is changing. If you want to stay up to date with what we have going on, make sure that we're part of your prioritized groups, your See Firsts, and continue engaging with your product or your brand. So that's the first way that you can kind of combat what Facebook is doing to us here. So secondly, you can attempt to do what I'm doing now. Although in our previous coffee talks, we emphasized video. Video is going to be king. Video is going to be, the way to go. Nobody wants to read anymore. And more or less that is true, but Facebook is no longer giving into that, I guess you can say. So they consider putting up a video, just a standard video, passive, very passive. So those will no longer get higher ranked, even though about a month ago they said that they would. So video will not get higher ranked, but something like I'm doing now, which is a live, is kind of feeding for engagement. We can have a conversation by when you comment, and it's a bit more authentic. So something like a live video is going to not necessarily get demoted. It is an engaging tool that Facebook gives you. So you can use this. I'm also going to stick by my prediction that social influencers are going to be massive, because these people already have large groups. They're already trusted. They are already engaged with. So social influencers, I think, are really going to take that shift that went from just flat video, and it's going to move over to these social influencers and trying to get these people to kind of bring their whole group to your brand. Definitely going to need some type of way to reach out to these individuals. Private groups such as Town Crier Social Media Marketing Group will also get prioritized on your news feed. So if you are part of a private group of a brand, for instance, you may see less of the brand, but the more that they interact within their private group, you will see those posts still. So those don't get cut off. And then it's going to be content. We've been saying it for quite some time now. Marketing is not flat anymore. It's not, here's my product, here's my brand, you should buy it. It's engaging. Social media is supposed to be social, and that's really what Facebook is trying to get back to, is that social entity of it. So making, really, really focusing on your content, making sure that it is high quality, making sure that it is engaging, and really just starting to build that community around your brand. We've touched on it in previous coffee talks. So if you need to know how, please refer back to those. But, it's not an easy thing to do, to create content that people will be engaging with. But if you can do it, it's going to be extremely valuable, because then you won't just get completely shut out. So basically, Facebook, thanks for sweeping the rug off of our feet. So you've got a few options. You can pay to play is going to be your easiest. You can continue doing what you're doing and just throw money behind it. But do be cautious of it, because if you're going to go that route, it is very possible that now, because that is one of the only options, that Facebook is going to become even more inundated with ads, which is going to be, we'll play that one out. I'm not going to quite say what I think is going to happen, but we're going to play this one out. And, just really start to engage your audience with content, try to get them to prioritize your page, to join private groups, anything that you can do along the lines of getting them to interact with you, to kind of stay with you, will keep you up there on Facebook's algorithm. So, thanks guys for tuning in to Coffee Talk Tuesday. Little outro of Michelle's ringtone. Thanks guys for tuning in, and just stick it out. Facebook will figure something out for the rest of us. But one more thing that I do want to add actually is one of the reasons why this whole thing came about is they found that people are putting less information about themselves out there. They're once again passively scrolling through social media. So what Facebook does when people check into places, when they, hey Andrew, give me 1 second, I'll answer your question. So when people check into places, when they write what they like, when they ask for recommendations, yes, Rashad, I know you hate Facebook, but when people put content up on their social media platforms, they are essentially giving some information about themselves, and that's information that Facebook takes and they use it to create those audiences for Facebook ad campaigns, something. Hey, Hampton's Nest, thanks for joining. So they'll use that information in their algorithms to properly figure out what content to put in front of these people. But if nobody is putting up content actively, if they're just taking in content passively, it's a lot more difficult for them to gather that information and properly place your ads where they need to be. So that's another thing to keep in mind when you are creating this content, is you really want to appeal to what's the core values or what your target audience is really enjoying. Okay, so Andrew Mendez from Tipsy Social, hey, miss you, says, so as a small business, what type of content should we absolutely be avoiding? So you should absolutely avoid anything that is flat-faced, anything that is more of, here's my brand, and that's that. You really want to start taking into consideration conversation starter pieces. So I don't know if most of you have gone to dinner parties, a friend's party where you kind of think in your head, okay, beforehand, these are things that I can use to incite a conversation when I'm at this dinner party, when I, meet people that I've never met before. If it's for, a business, just a social gathering, a charity event, you kind of have those key talking points in your mind. Use things like that when building your content. Things that, like I said, will incite a conversation that will really start to get people to know who your brand is as a business. One of the biggest things we ask our clients when we first take them on, we sit down in our discovery sessions and we say, okay, who are you? What is your business? Why did your business come about? Why are you doing this? We all wake up in the morning for a specific reason. What is that reason for your business? So any type of content that is completely flat-faced, I could say, here's a coffee cup. That's it. It has a brand on it, great, coffee cup. Or I can say, hey guys, check out this coffee cup that I drink Coffee Talk Tuesdays. It's on sale now, so you can have it and drink your coffee like I do during my Coffee Talk Tuesdays. So then, people will engage with that. They'll say, hey, I love your Coffee Talk Tuesdays, which I hope you do. You can like it if you do. So things that are engaging, that really start the conversation with your brand, and even if it's just silly, funny stuff, just to get people to pull into your brand and have that conversation. It's what's gonna help. Like I said, you can just throw money behind it. That's kind of the easy way out, I think. And I do think Facebook is already kind of inundated with brands, and it's probably gonna get a little worse now that everyone's like, okay, well, transition phase, I'm just gonna go this route before I figure out my game plan. But really, get ahead of it now. Yes, I think you absolutely should put money behind it, even if it's just a few dollars a week. You definitely, I believe, should put some money behind it. But if you're totally against it, you're not ready for it, you don't have it budgeted, totally fine. You're not going to be completely wiped off the face of the earth, as opposed to Facebook is concerned. But just really, really content focus. I know we've said it before, but I cannot stress it enough. You have to engage with your brand. So whether that's doing a little bit more market research, maybe it's just, re-strategizing your marketing plan. It's all about being social and having a conversation. All right, guys. Well, thanks again for tuning in to the live coffee talk. As per the usual, let us know what you think. Don't forget to sign up for our private Facebook group, Town Crier Social Media Marketing Group, where we will be covering a lot of what I've gone over in this coffee talk and giving you those step-by-step instructions on how to combat this new big Facebook change and how to have your fans prioritize your page so you don't disappear into Facebook's archive, more or less. A Galasso Realtor, Hampton's Nest, thank you guys. Riverhead Chamber, we'll see you next week. All right, I'm going to attempt to finish both of these at the same time. It's probably not going to happen. All right, guys, thanks again. Tune in next week. Have a great week and try to stay warm with all that snow out there.